Well. Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Saturday the 5th of August 2023, the opening day of the EFL Sky Bet Championship. Millwall went up to Middlesbrough today, and if you don't already know, they won 1-0. Not only did they win 1-0, they were seemingly the better team through most of the game. It wasn't one-way traffic, it was a bit of a contest, but we looked very, very good. This is the match report from southwarknews.co.uk. Middlesbrough nil or 1. Romain SA scored his first ever Millwall goal to get the Lions off to a very impressive start on the opening weekend of the season. Romain SA came off the bench to score his first ever Millwall goal to grab a sensational opening day win at Middlesbrough. The 18-year-old enjoyed a brilliant pre-season, but will now be in dreamland after making his effort count when it mattered. His goal came 12 minutes from time after Millwall repeatedly failed to find the breakthrough in a game they had been in charge of. And that's a picture of the goal there. That was a shot that went in, right into the top corner. An away trip to the Riverside Stadium, where the Lions hadn't won since 2014, proved to be the perfect litmus test for Gary Rowett and his team after their near miss of last season. All the talk before the game was whether the Lions had the mettle to bounce back after last season's gut-wrenching ending against Blackburn. The 90 minutes that followed proved to be compelling evidence that Millwall are very much back on track. The London club had the better of the game from the start. The first chance came as Danny McNamara, on his 100th club appearance, escaped down the right-hand side. A ball in was touched by Casper De Norre into the path of Zion Fleming, but he hit his effort wide after 4 minutes. By the 11-minute mark, Millwall managed to give Borough more problems with a well-worked corner routine, but Fleming once again not find the target. Middlesbrough were having most of the ball, but completely lacked goal-threatening opening half hour, with last season's top scorer Chuba Akpom left on the bench after missing pre-season with an injury. The Lions looked far more dangerous when they had the ball, with the three outfield debutants, Joe Bryan, De Norre and Kevin Nisbet, finding their feet quickly. But it was one of January's signings who came closest to opening and scoring in the first half, as Duncan Watmore, on his return to the Riverside, stormed forward and had an effort deflected just over the bar. Not long before half-time, the home side finally showed their teeth. The impressive young midfielder Hayden Hackney slipped an effort past new keeper Matija Sarchik from close range, but the goal was ruled out after the assistant referee judged the ball to have gone out of play before reaching Hackney. The chances continued to flow in the second half. Jake Cooper had a header from a corner that went just wide minutes after Brian fired an effort not far from the post. And an increasingly tense game almost had a breakthrough just after 62 minutes as the impressive Watmore played in Nisbet, whose one-on-one effort was saved by former QPR keeper Seni Dieng. Gary Rowett and Michael Carrick both turned to their bench to try and trigger changes as George Saville came on for De Norre, while Sammy Silvera made his Borough debut in place of Hayden Coulson. It would be time for Romain SA and Adrian Maku to make their appearance 10 minutes later, and the pair just took minutes to make their impact. Maku zipped down the left wing with speed and precision after being released from the halfway line and nudged the ball into the box. The ball flashed past players on both sides before SA lifted a wonderful left-footed effort into the left corner. Underwhelming, Middlesbrough had no response and they remained winless on the opening day since 2014. As for Millwall, it was close to the perfect away performance and a strong statement of intent for what could be a very intriguing season. And if people outside of London were not talking about SA before, they certainly will be this evening. And the team as follows: new goalkeeper thrown straight in, Sarkic, Hutchinson, Cooper, Wallace, McNamara, B. Mitchell, De Norre, Bryan, Fleming, Watmore and Nisbet. And the subs were Saville on for De Norre, 65 minutes, Imako on for Fleming, 73 minutes, SA on for Watmore, 73 minutes, and Leonard on for Bryant on 91st minute, and Bradshaw on for Nisbet on the 91st minute. Wow. So there you go. Are you shocked? Are you surprised? I'm not. I thought we was going to draw that game. I believe that is the first time we've won up there and kept a clean sheet. So I did mention in yesterday's video, but I can't remember because that's just how I am. What can I say? I was listening to the game on the radio, online's radio, Millwall radio, and it just seemed like it was just all Millwall mainly. That we were doing more attacking, we were having more shots away, and we were stopping them from doing really anything. And one thing I will say, listen to the Millwall guy on the radio, he kept calling Adomu Adomu. So I don't know. I haven't seen the back of Maku's shirt. I don't know if he has Adomu on there, but that would be if he's like being like a Brazilian with just the first name, like Fred. But he's just got Adomu. Like that sounds fucking cool, man. Yeah, he was just calling him Adomu. Yeah, this is the game plan, isn't it? Try and do something with a starting 11, and bring these two on, and let them go at the tired defenders with their pace and agility. The young guns, the young bucks, and it worked. Yeah. Now, is one swallow doesn't make a summer? What does this mean? Well, now we have to wait for the next game against Bristol City away at home next week and see how we do in that. But it's looking like it's panning out how I thought it would pan out. In other results from the league, we've got QPR got smashed 4-0. We've got Rotherham got smashed 4-1. And this is what I'm thinking, that there's going to be 2 or 3 teams at the bottom. They're going to be massively. They're not going to pick up any results. They're going to get smashed. There's going to be 2 teams at the top that run away with it. And then everyone from 3rd to like 15th, whatever, is going to be bunched up. And this is only one game, but it seems to be trending that way. And I'm slightly confused this season. I'm hearing all these Millwall fans. In the past, I looked around at Millwall fans saying, "Oh, they were very braggadocious, very unwarranted. Oh, we're gonna win the league. We're gonna piss this. We're gonna do that." I think maybe that's because we were in League One and we were a big fish in League One. I thought they were being a bit too cocky. Now it seems to have flipped it completely the other way. That everyone's like shitting their pants. We're gonna finish 9th. We're gonna finish 12th. We're gonna finish 15th. I would be lucky to stay up. Have you not seen what's happening here? Are you not looking at what you're seeing? Let me say that again. Are you not looking at what you're seeing? What's happened here? What they're doing here, they're building it up bit by bit by bit by bit, trying to make something happen. They just bought Nisbet. They bought these other guys. They just dumped $1.25 million on a goalkeeper. That was sanctioned by the new chairman, James T. Berylson. Like they're not playing games here. They're doing something. They're trying to make it happen. This is real. Like this is real. At the end of last season, we should have finished 6th. We didn't. We finished 8th. But to go back a month, that Luton result where we were winning and it came back, that's what fucked us up. So if we would have won that game, we could have finished 3rd that season, last season. Because that was the turning point there. And we kind of dropped off after that because we missed our chance because we had a very real possibility of pushing on and challenging Sheffield United for that 2nd place. And now we've got better players than last season. We've got Brian, we've got Nisbet, we've got the goalkeeper. And everyone's going, oh, it's because Leeds and Southampton and Leicester have come down. Oh, we're going to finish ninth now. Why did they come down? Because they were losing every week in the Premier League. Losing becomes a habit. You can't just turn around the shitness. It doesn't really work like that. We've seen it over and over. It's not easy to turn around that losing mentality and try and switch out for a winning mentality. Not only that, but in the Premier League they've got 38 games. In the Championship they've got 46. That's an extra 8 games. But yeah, I don't understand the negativity from Millwall fans. I certainly hope that after this result, that people will see what's happening here. Something is happening here. Success is happening. Earned success, justified success from everyone doing what they need to do. So, yeah. When are you going to start believing it, man? When? Now, moving on to Irish news, because we've got Irish player now. They keep talking about this. This is from the irishnews.com. Gary Rowett enjoying Mill's underdog tag after win at Middlesbrough. Gary Rowett was happy for Millwall to continue flying under the radar in their quest for a Championship playoff spot after starting the season with a 1-0 win over Middlesbrough. Remain SA's 79th minute strike secured victory at the Riverside for the Lions, who missed out on a top 6 place on the final day of last term after their capitulation in a home defeat to Blackburn. The Lions have strengthened with the addition of 5 senior players this summer, yet when most pundits were making predictions of who would be challenged for promotion this campaign, Millwall rarely featured on their lists. Rowett accepts that his club might not have as high a profile as some of their Championship rivals, but is hoping they once again punch above their perceived weight over the course of the next months. Rowett said, "Oh, it doesn't bother us, sir. We enjoy the underdog tag. We've had 4 seasons where we've been very, very close to the playoffs. In the last 2 seasons, we've gone to the last game. If people write us off, maybe that's people who haven't looked at our squad. I think we've strengthened well, and I think we've got a good squad. If you look at this division, it's always easy to pick up big name teams or the teams that come down from the Premier League. And I understand that 9 times out of 10, those teams bounce back up because they've got the quality and resources. I'd expect a club like Middlesbrough to be ahead of us in people's thoughts of what's going to happen at the end of the season. But that doesn't stop us from being what we are. People label Millwall a certain way, but if you look at today, yes, we defended diligently. Yes, we transitioned well. But we actually played some really good football as well, and we've got some talented players. That talent was apparent in Millwall's winning goal, with 2 young substitutes combining to unlock the Middlesbrough defence. Edomu Maku skipped clear down the left, slide over a low cross, and SA produced a composed, curled finish to claim his first senior goal. The result was a setback for Middlesbrough, who continued to pursue a new left back and centre forward ahead of the transfer deadline. Michael Carrick accepts his side looked short in the final third, although he did not want to attribute the final result to a lack of transfer activity in the last couple of weeks. Carrick said, it's disappointing. We came here to try and win the game. But in the first game of the season, sometimes you don't really know what to expect. I think we've had good plays on that pitch. We were capable of playing in a good team and playing well. They were capable of scoring goals and creating goals. Just because we lost the game doesn't always mean what people might label it with. The players are definitely good enough. It doesn't stop us from wanting to improve, but it's an easy throwaway thing to say that because we didn't win and we didn't score. We need new players to get where we want to be. I would like to add players, but I'm really happy with the players we've got in the squad. So there you go, Irish news talking about Millwall now because we've got Irish player Edomu Maku. I'll tell you what, if he keeps playing like that, I can see a full Irish call-up for them. Absolutely amazing. Is he their new attacking threat? Can he be the man? The new Robbie Keane. Well, he's different from Robbie Keane. Well, Robbie Keane was quite quick as well, wasn't he? So maybe is he the new Robbie Keane? Hey ho, let's go. Now, moving back to the subnews.co.uk for this, more comments from Gary Rowett. Just a talented player. Mill boss leads the praise from Marine SA after his Middlesbrough winner. The 18-year-old scored his first goal for the club and was assisted by fellow up-and-coming star Idomu Maku. There they are there. Gary Rowett sung the praises of Romain Esse and Idomu Maku after the pair combined for Millwall grabbed the winning goal at Middlesbrough. The Lions bossed most of the game but could not find a way through at the Riverside Stadium, a ground where they had been winless since 2014. But their Millwall boss Rowett turned to his bench and called upon two of the shining lights from pre-season. Imaku 19 set up SA for the winner after a brilliant run down the left wing in the Borough half. SA 18 then popped a stunning strike into the top corner on his 14th Millwall appearance to give the Lions a 1-0 lead and eventually the win. Rowett explained why he introduced the unpredictable duo. He said, "Well, over the course of pre-season, they've both been very, very good. They've probably been two of our better players. I could have easily put two more senior players on who played at higher levels and with more experience. I just felt as though they gave you something unpredictable. Idomu's pacey and he has power, but he's also a very good end product. And Rom just has great quality. He's just a talented player, and I thought they combined really well. When they came on, we could have shored it up and gone for a draw, but I felt the game was there. We had more pace on the transition. Idomu does well. He just waits for the defender, and as soon as he lunges, he just flicks it past him. He's got lovely balance, and then he finds a great pass. If you're not going to find a more composed finish, whether you're 30 years old or 18 years old in the division this afternoon, it's a beautiful, beautiful finish, and certainly deserved the applause." Indeed, it was. Fantastic stuff. Now, we have some pictures of the new kit. We've got to look at the shorts and the socks now, rather than the other day we just had top, didn't we, really? So you can see, it looks like the shorts have got a gold trim on the top of them, or is that the shirt? I'm not too sure. One thing to note, you can't see it there. There's the goalkeeper. He has a long sleeve one. I thought they were all short sleeve. But yes. So here we go in the match action. Casper Noor there. Duncan Watmore getting stuck in. Is it there? You can see it there. So if you look at Duncan Watmore, where he's got his hand, kind of like a raspberry ripple, his right hand. If you look under that, you can see the JGB logo there, and I think that's what it's all about this season. John Belson, that's it there. Constant reminder why they're doing this. Why are we playing? We're finishing what John built, and that's it. There you go. I think that was the goal bit there where the defender jumped in and he Adomu's away. Pardon me. There's Romanis' strike for the goal, and there's a celebration. So fantastic stuff. And afterwards, the Millwall players going over to the Millwall fans. You can see there more clearly on Kevin Nisbet's shirt, on the bottom left as we see it, the JGB, and it looks like that gold trim is part of the shirt. So the bit at the end, what would you call that? Hem? I don't know what that's called. But yeah, there you go. Yep, there they are. They made it happen. They did it. Fantastic stuff. Apparently he was very good as well. Yep, just all round quality performance from the team. Absolutely brilliant. Another game was happening today in East London in torrential downpour, apparently. So let's have a little look at this. This is the match report from Hornchurch FC. 1, Mill under 21s, 0. This happened today. Matchball sponsor TIW scaffolding. So there you go. Here we are. That's Tyler Berry there on the right. On an afternoon of at times torrential rain, Emmanuel Harvest scored the only goal of the game as Hornchurch finished their pre-season matches unbeaten. So Hornchurch obviously now managed by Steve Morrison. Yes, ex-Millwall player Steve Morrison. The Millwall team was Waddy, Walker, Adam Malachi, Smith, Grant, Mitchell, Alex Mitchell, I think that is, Birrell, Berry, Lawson, Leahy, Abdul Malik, Drozd. Subs not used: Horsley Mackay, George Evans, not that one, Vid, and Ollie Evans. And substitutions were Finley Cotton for Seb Drozd on 31 minutes. That doesn't sound good. Is that might be an injury? Why would you make a sub on 31 minutes? Henry Hearn coming on for Abdul Malik, and Reis Bangora Williams. That was a lad who I recognised the other day. He's the one from Tooting and Mitcham, replaced Shamar Lawson. So he's been listed there. I don't know if he's still a trialist. Last match he was listed as a trialist. This time they're actually naming him, so I don't know if he's signed on. Weirdly, here they give the duration of the halves as 46 minutes and 49 minutes. Okay, so we got bookings: Leahy, Hearn, and Walker. So 3 bookings for Millwall and 2 for Hornchurch. So let's go. Let's read the match report. Ethan Waddy in the visiting goal saved well from Liam Nash early on, and Joe Wright was called upon shortly afterwards to turn a hard drive around the post. Yeah, they've got a goalkeeper called Joe Wright as well. Hornchurch. I thought it was the Mill Joe Wright when I was reading it first. Before I filmed the video, I was like, what? But no, Joe Wright was on the bench for Salford City. From the corner, Wright made a fine save from Abdul Malik. Emmanuel Arvis then scored the only goal of the match with a fine shot from the edge of the area after Millwall had failed to clear across from the right. It could have been 2 on 20 minutes when a Nash free kick found Tommy Hoban, whose header was too close to the keeper. Back to the other end, where Tyler Berry made ground along the left flank, forcing Wright into making an excellent save. With the rain now coming down in torrents, a George Saunders free kick crashed against the defensive wall, and when Quentin Monville moved down the right, his cross reached Adi Youssef, with Waddy saving the striker's head as well. Almost on half time, Liam Nash was brought down just outside the area. He took the free kick himself, and the ball rebounded off the wall to Nathan Green, whose follow-up shot went wide of the target, with the rain showing no sign of easing. Hornchurch continued to press after the interval, a right shot being deflected for a corner which Nash sent across, the ball being headed away. Another Nash corner found Joe Christou at the far post, but his header was wide, whilst Youssef made ground on the right and his cross was a little too close to Waddy in the visiting goal. Millwall became too desperate as the free kicks mounted up, and Youssef became the second home player who brought down on the edge of the box. Nash took the free kick. Waddy can only parry the ball away before it was eventually booted upfield. Ollie Muldoon, with 20 minutes left, played an excellent pass across to Nash, who in turn played wide to Monville, only for the cross to drift behind the goal. There was a flurry of bookings in the final quarter, in between which a Henry Hearn shot was deflected for a corner by Ryan Scott. When Saunders cutting from the left, his shot cleared the bar and bookings followed, perhaps at least one visiting player fortunate that the yellow card was not a darker shade of red. 10 minutes to go and another foul on the edge of the box. Nash once again the victim. Nash took the free kick and the ball again rebounded off the defensive ball. At the other end, Wright was fouled and out come the overworked Hard. That's kind of weird. So their goalkeeper was fouled, but he got booked. Something you're not saying there, mate. Mill's best chance came a few minutes from full time when a Carl Smith free kick went over the bar too close for comfort. Nathan Green was floored by a hard challenge, resulting in another yellow card. With the match entering stoppage time, Hoban headed a very free kick behind. The corner was played short and thence into the middle, and the ball eventually went out for a goal kick. We've got some stats here. Total shots 15 to 9, 6 to 4 shots on target, 5 to 3 shots off target, 4 to 2 block shots, 6 to 5 corners, 1 and 1 offsides, 11 fouls committed by each team, 2 yellow cards for them, 3 for us, and that's all she wrote. So a pretty even game, it looks like, but just a narrow defeat for the Mill under 21s there. and it's not easy for them. They've lost they lost? They lost 5 players. They got Chinockley on loan at Bromley. You've got Nana Boateng on loan at Woking. You've got Joe Wright on loan at Salford City. You've got Adomu Amaku and Romain Esse playing for their first team and winning games for them. So, but this is a grown man's team. Hornchurch is a full-time professional team, so nothing to be ashamed about. They went toe to toe with them, narrowly losing. I think their season starts in 10 days' time, so they got plenty of time to work on things that they need to work on and turn it around. So there you go. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.